Watch me. Watch me. I got it. Watch me. I got it. Hey! I got something that makes me want to shout.
Welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric
And
Stromer.
if you can see Eric jamming right now.
I go crazy. James Brown for me is like catnip. I go nuts when I hear him. I don't know why. I just love him.
It's a fun song.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are a lot of things that you can do to the walkway to your front door, and imagine not only having it look gorgeous, but you might just snack along the way.
So as you're walking home,
And I'm
you're,
not talking about growing
you're,
bacon.
You're just pulling up a little bit of some kind of edible, aren't you?
All kinds of things that could be growing right along the pathway
Isn't
to
that
your
nice?
front door.
I got to tell you that the feeling of going out and harvesting things that you've grown is such a great feeling, isn't it?
It's amazing.
I just got my tomatoes in last weekend.
See?
Yeah.
So let's talk about things that you can plant that not only are tasty but attractive for your garden beds, right? And for like a path, it could be with herbs and vegetables for fragrance and color, and a delicious harvest for all summer, right?
Yeah.
And so the idea is to choose first. You know, these could be beautiful colors. So it isn't. A lot of times people think that edibles have to be kind of, pardon the expression, farmed out to the back or to the side. But don't consider
They can be
that.
the front. They
It
can be in the
front
front. Why not?
yard. It really can be done. And we're not talking about a cornfield.
No.
We're not talking about children of the corn.
No.
We're talking about
We can do things like, hello, Mr. FedEx guy. Do you want some lettuces?
exactly.
Yeah, why not?
Love the shorts. Here, have some herbs.
Right.
I love my FedEx guy,
I
by
do
the way. They're
too.
so friendly.
I love them.
Anyway, so why not give back to those who give
That's
to
it.
you, right?
There's some nourishment
So you
to
could
get
start.
you through.
You could start out with a simple, like a gravel path, right? If you don't have a path or a bed to start with, right? What would you say? Like maybe outline the path with some rope or
You could
garden
yeah,
hose,
that's right.
right?
You mean to create the shape of it?
To make the path. Yeah,
you can
yeah.
either, you could use the orange landscape spray paint.
Good.
Where you're just you're making your line on your grass for where you're going to cut your hole out.
Are you a fan then of edging it with that bender board stuff, that 3-inch deep stuff?
It depends which one it is. If it's a nice color and it's
Yeah.
not too vibrant, yes.
Yeah, and if it's not like flimsy.
Yeah, if it's flimsy, it's going to be dilapidated
Ridiculous.
in a couple of months.
But
It'll
the
look
idea
terrible.
is if it's sturdy enough, we're going to hide it
Yeah.
with plants and gravel,
That's
right?
right.
You can
it's just
fill it.
It's just to keep the grass from encroaching back into the garden bed, basically.
Yeah,
It's a
so
barrier.
You fill it with the crushed gravel,
Yeah.
and then you set out your plants. You'd add the topsoil and some compost.
Yep.
But the idea is, this is in your front yard. So imagine this beautiful walkway that's leading people from where they've just arrived, and it's you too. How about some edible border plants like mint?
Oh,
Now-
yeah.
Now the thing is, be careful. When you plant mint, you want to put it in a large iron planter to contain them because they're
It
really
spreads like
they
crazy,
take
doesn't
over.
it? Yeah, that's
It's like
almost like that bamboo stuff.
certain bamboos. They
Yeah.
just take over. They're very selfish.
Sure. They want everybody to have mint tea.
Exactly. So, and by the way, did you get your ice cube trays yet?
I hate to admit this. The good news is I'll be getting some new appliances soon. My
I know
ice
you don't
maker doesn't work.
But you have a freezer.
I didn't get the ice trays yet.
Okay, but you have a freezer. You can put an ice tray
I have
in
a
the
freezer and I want to do this so
Okay.
desperately. Let's tell
All right.
the folks what we're
So
talking
the idea
about.
is I want you to grow mint, and then you contain it in a large iron planter that's going to be
It's not going to spread.
hidden in your front walkway.
Yeah.
But then you're going to take, as it grows, a few leaves,
Yeah.
and you're going to put one leaf in each of your ice cube trays.
Guess what happens?
You fill it with water.
Yeah.
And now what?
I put it in some iced tea, and guess what happens?
Mintalicious.
Mint-delicious good.
From your own, and by the way,
You could do lavender.
chocolate mint.
Get out
Look
of here.
for that, because we smelled
Oh,
it
we
just the
did
other
smell
day.
that. Yeah,
Look
you're
for
right.
this in your garden centers. Get not only regular standard spearmint.
Sure.
That's kind of like whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Sold yesterday.
Get chocolate mint, because it's if you're like one of those chocolate mint ice cream fans like I am,
Yep, me too.
love it. How about also adding to your edible border sage? It's kind of felt-like.
I like that too.
It has those oblong leaves. They're kind of violet purple. It gives you some color. It grows about 3 feet tall. It's still going to be kind of low to the ground. Again, this is your walkway
Yeah.
with your gravel.
Don't mind that.
Easy.
What else would you put on there?
Eggplant.
What?
Eggplant.
Well, what about the miniature eggplants we saw?
Miniature eggplant, and there's one in particular. It's called the Japanese eggplant. It produces lavender blossoms
Gorgeous.
that are glossy. Again, it's going to grow no more than 3 feet tall. We're not talking corn stalks.
No, we're not.
You know,
It's contained.
It's contained.
Controlled.
it's going to be mellow.
When you want to pick one, what do? You make some eggplant parm, which I do a great.
Eggplant parm is in
Yeah.
Parmesan.
Well, I shorten it because I'm on a first name basis
With
with
the-
it. It's so good though with my marinara and layered, thinly sliced. You saute that eggplant, put it in the. Oh, that's a whole nother show.
Love it. Love
anyway,
it.
go ahead.
Yeah. How about you can even add beans? Believe it or not,
beans are pretty.
there's a certain kind of bean. It's called the rock door bean.
Okay.
And basically it covers bushes that stay under 2 feet tall. And it produces through the season, and they're kind of like a yellowish to pale green color. So they're interesting. They don't look messy, and they're short enough, and it's going to be great. And you have to finally add peppers. There's one in particular. It's called the spicy Hungarian yellow pepper. It's a hot pepper, and it eventually matures to red. But again, the idea is it's going to add color and interest, and they're just kind of short enough that it works for your walkway.
Really pretty. You talked about chives, right?
Didn't
We
talk
could do-
about chives.
'cause I love the
You
chive
could do
on
some
the baked
chives.
potato.
You could do chives. They're a little stringy though, for the
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
But
maybe
you could.
so.
But you could. I love the
Maybe
taste
low.
of them.
You keep them low.
You could try to keep them low.
All right, all right.
Keep them low. How about getting some edible border plants like basil? You can get something.
Oh, I love basil.
It's called purple ruffle. So again, it's basil, but it's in a purple color, and it looks like lace because it has like leaf on top of leaf. They grow no more than 2 feet tall.
And that's going to make my pesto purple, which could be actually kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
I don't mind that.
Or have a little bit of that with your cheese and tomatoes done.
Oh, with the burrata and the.
You got.
Oh,
And by
boy.
the way, artichokes, these are stunning to grow because they have the flower that's in the middle that, they just are, they're just so showy. They grow about 4 feet tall and wide, but they're very dramatic with their silvery arching leaves, and that could be a really interesting front edible pathway.
That's kind of nice. And not only that, it's not only beautiful and you can eat it, but you can get rid of some of the grass and save some water because it's going to be more directional the way you water the vegetables.
Yes.
Just spray them,
And
right?
we're going to add some little interest
What?
to all of these.
You're going to put a gnome in there?
We could.
Okay.
I'm going to put in some edible flowers.
Get the heck out of here.
We're gonna put
Nasturtium, you're talking?
Nasturtiums, violas, and there's a whole bunch more. There are dozens and dozens of edible flowers that are safe, but heads up.
Yeah.
If you have asthma, if you suffer from allergies, hay fever, you shouldn't consume them because it's going to make you go nuts. It's the petals alone are edible, but it's the pollen especially.
Oh, okay.
And that can really cause reactions if you're super sensitive. So just be careful before you just start, getting a handful of these nasturtiums and throwing them in a salad. You might need to be a little more cautious.
Yeah, but it sure is a pretty and effective garnish, isn't it?
Very, very fun. I mean, we
Yeah.
talked about how that, you can buy teas, right? And it has the edible flower petal.
when it flowers in the pot.
the tea,
Love
right?
that.
But if you go, we'll put this link on our website. There's a bunch of sites because edible flowers are so in vogue right now.
And there's a whole lot of them
There's
too,
tons
which we
and
didn't
tons
realize.
of them, really.
Yeah.
So we'll put this list. In fact, there's certain carnations that are edible. There's certain chamomile flowers that are edible. Daylilies. I mean, who knew? There's even certain hibiscus, even though you think about that as just being a beautiful flower that
Sure.
reminds you of Hawaii. It kind of gives you this bold taste, especially if you boil it. It makes a nice beverage itself.
Oh, hibiscus
You
tea.
probably
I
have
love
had-
it.
Okay,
Yes.
so see, look at you. Right.
Get out of here.
Honeysuckle. Now, the berries are highly poisonous, but the flower is okay.
I love, I pull those little honeysuckle, what is it called? The stamen?
Right.
And you can eat, they're sweet.
Right,
Oh,
right, yeah.
love it. So you can make anything with those.
Yeah, but the nasturtium is the standby favorite, right? Because the buds are, they're kind of used like capers, and they taste sweet and peppery, so we'll put all this on the website for you, as always, right? YourHomeWizards.com.
Yeah, we will.
Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, the time has gone by so fast, but remember this, we love to improve your home and improve your life. Until next time, the key is under the mat. Bye-bye.
I'll light the fire while you place the flowers in the vase that you bought.